Hello, Sensei Cisco here for today's 60-30 workout. We are starting the lobby a little later than usual, only 2 minutes before the normal start time. So if you are logging this in the future, please jump ahead to about the 2-minute marker, as I will be sharing our live status through social media right now. Noting. There's that. Post it over onto the other page. Oop. Still loading. There we go. All right, and we are all set. Excellent. Now, we have about 15 to 20 seconds before we officially start, so we hit that 2-minute mark, as I mentioned earlier. So let's go ahead and write that out, and then we'll get started with commentary and hits. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot my timer. I'm going to run and grab that real quick. Sorry about that. Left it in the office. I was getting in some reading today. And set our timer. There we go. So as always, we'll have a timer prepared for us. You're welcome to set one at home. 60-30 is 60 seconds active, 30 seconds inactive. And we have a list of exercises we'll be doing today. Now the theme for today is a bit more of the whole, as always, the whole body. But we're looking a little more at twisting and standard motion exercises. So a lot of the core is going to be rotating around, getting top, mid, and lower. The arms are going to have plenty of push-ups. However, they're going to be more mobile in their presentation. Rather than last week's swooping motions, they'll be shifting between one or more different styles of push-ups within its own exercise, having the body move from point A to point B. As for legs, we're keeping it fairly basic with vertical, forward, and side-angled positions. So we're kind of looking at mixing up the directions that we're moving for each exercise grouping. But that being said, we'll go ahead and jump right into it and get our warm-up. All I can do is we want to get the nervous system activated, get everything woken up. So let's start with some high knee raises. Pulling up your chest. Place your feet side by side. Keep your elbows forward, back straight. Sort of pull those hamstrings. Tell your hip flexors to wake up. And sides. You're going to step wide, bring the knee across. Almost like I'm going to knee my elbow. Good. Jumping jack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Excellent. Now our blood's moving around a little bit. Let's go ahead and go into our joint rolls. Rolling the neck. Reverse. Hugs. chop, up and down. And the goal here is to get our joints loosened up, woken up. Roll. The range of motion should be comfortable, but pushing to your limits. Reverse. Meaning we're not looking to stretch here so much as wake up the different parts of our body. Freeze, twist. Get that spine woken up. Good. Roll the hips. This gets the hip joints nice and lubricated. Reverse. Down to our knees. Rolling in. And out. Roll the ankles, starting with the right foot. Kind of putting the ball of your foot on the ground, drawing little circles. Reverse. Switch. And we don't need to work the ankles too much today, as they won't be flexing nearly as much as the rest. Reverse. But it's always good to get each joint of the body at least a little woken up and pulled out of bed. Going to shake it out, bounce, let everything hang loose. All right. Now we're going to do a couple of not dynamic stretches, but active stretches. You put your feet shoulder width apart, reach for the skies, and touch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let your back bend. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Open them wide. Good. Lean to one side so your elbows behind your ear and push to the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Shake it out. Hug your left knee up to your chest. Try and stay as tall. And switch. Draw the right knee. And shake it out. All right. We are all set to go. We're going to start, of course, as always, with our arms, going into clapper push-ups. For this one, you're going to want sort of a butterfly position. So every time you press up, you're going to thrust off the ground. So you can clap your hands together, one, before landing in that dropped sort of bent elbow position. We'll put 60 seconds on the clock and begin. Again, the key here is active. If you're hitting your limits, drop to your knees. Keep your hips straight. Adjust your position. Make sure your feet are anchored. Lift your hips up and back. And time. 30 seconds to rest. And relax, let the arms hang loose, shoulders back, and focus on your breathing. Deep in through the nostrils, slowly from the mouth. right, next up is leg lifts. Having a seat back, placing your hands below your tailbone, hover your ankles 1 inch off the ground, and then point to the sky. Begin. Keep your navel sucked into your spine. So you want to kind of suck in your belly. You want to increase your intensity? Just go faster. Butt setting. Whew, wrong pipe. What you want to do is try and set a good rhythm to keep the pace going. Be sure to exhale as you lift. Keep your knees together. And that's time. And go ahead and relax. 30 seconds. Unfortunately, you all can't see it on the camera, but the cat Luna here is just below the camera angle, just rolling on the carpet, showing her belly. She wants some attention, something fierce. All right, that's time. 60 seconds on the clock for horse squats, sometimes known as a frog squat. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart, toes flared at 45-degree angles. We're going to drop, pushing our knees over our toes. Begin. What I like to do is kind of keep my elbows in, so that's going to force my knees to spread outwards. Do your best to keep your heels on the ground. If that means you can only go down so far, that's fine. Range of motion increases with experience. You're looking to tuck your tail into your heels. Keep your shoulders back so we're not curling in. It's not a bow, it's a seat. Drop like you're getting into a really low stool. But you got a stepping stool behind you and you're trying to drop yourself onto it. Inhale down, exhale up. And that's time. 30 seconds to rest. Keep good posture. Deep, slow breaths. All right, looking good. Now, for going back into arms, this is round number 2. We're doing something called a spider push-up or Spider-Mans. For this, we're gonna have one side elongated. In this case, I'm gonna use my right hand, right foot. My opposite side is gonna close hand, foot together. We drop the open side to the ground, step, and drop. We're just gonna walk this up and back, reach forward, reach back. There's no turning needed. Begin. So right now, I've got my left hand and right foot planted. Reach my dips. I'm gonna switch these halfway through. Go ahead and switch and continue. There we go. Oh, I couldn't figure out how to flip that. And time. And rest. Huh. Hey, even those of us with some experience, our bodies just not want to cooperate some days. That's perfectly all right. As long as you kept moving, that's the goal here. Deep breaths to relax. All right, 1 minute on the clock. Next up are hip picks. This, you're going to sit into a half-seated position, reaching your hands to one side of your body and then the other. So I'm kind of leaning back at a slight angle while I do this. Think puff your chest and twist. Begin. I'm looking to have my knuckles, at least the second knuckles of each hand, touch the floor. So my left hand is touching right next to my right hip. My right hand is touching right next to my left hip. Keeping my knees squeezed together. And I'm not supporting my weight. I'm not leaning onto my hands. Just lightly touch it. Keep those knees tight. And time. 30 seconds to rest. All right, next ones will be our front lunge. For this, go ahead, come on up. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going to stand in one position. Step out, dropping the back knee 1 inch off the floor, and then kicking away before switching feet. You're going to maintain a back angle, and you're kicking off the floor each time. Let's begin. Really think about using that toe, ball your foot to push away. Drop the knee, push away. Drop the knee, push away. Drop and thrust. My steps are coming about shoulder width apart. So my body can just fall up and down. Keep going. Work your hardest. Time. 30 seconds on rest. Couple extra there because the timer didn't start. And that finishes round 2, moving into round 3. Now, for the push-ups, we're going to do something I call the flower drill. For this, each push-up, we're going to change our hand position. So you're going to start with a diamond, turn your fingers out for a Pilates, reach forward for our Russian push-up, dropping the elbows, reach outward for a butterfly, reach under for a planche, and then back to the diamond. And just walk through that diamond, Pilates, Russian, butterfly, planche. Over and over again for the full minute. Begin. I'm not so much jumping to each position as I'm walking. Left hand out, right hand follow. Left hand out, right hand follow. Dip. Left, right, dip. Left, right, dip. Then I'll switch. Right, left, dip. Right, left, dip. Right, left, dip. Right, left, dip. Keep breathing. Time. 30 seconds to rest. Cats help to calm down while you exercise. Puppies can too, but they tend to be a bit more excitable, wanting to jump on you. But to each their own. Love your pets, especially when y'all of us have all this time at home with them. All right, next up for the core, standard V up. Ready? Begin. Whew. Now, if you need a reprieve, when you come up, grab your knees to give you a moment of rest before releasing out. Whew. And time. 30 seconds to rest. Now at this point, we're halfway through round 3. If you're still with us, awesome. If you're new to this and you haven't seen my other videos, please refrain from going further. If you're not athletic, if you're not one who exercises or is just getting back into exercise, I really recommend only going through the first 2 rounds until those feel comfortable. After that, you can push to 3, then to 4. But remember to be mindful of your limits. All right, next up, your old-fashioned toe press. Feet shoulder width apart, pushing up on the balls of your feet. Begin. Here we want hands on our hips, shoulders back. So you feel that bony point underneath your big toe, pressing into the ground. We're looking to straighten our ankles as level with the front of your shins as you can get. Full extension and release. Leaning your weight onto your toes is a good way of maintaining that front to back stabilization so that you fall or feel off balance less. In karate, we balance on the balls of our feet. So this is a great way to identify that point and get accustomed to where your balance should feel for all of your stance work. And time. 30 seconds to rest. Round 3 down, going into round 4. Now, if you've been keeping up with these videos, as we've been shooting them the past 3 weeks or so, you should really start feeling some changes in your body. It's usually this 3 or 4 week mark that your body starts to become accustomed to this new habit And that soreness you felt in week 1 is now dissipating, and your body's just ready for more. All right. Now, going into session 4, we're going to do something called a bear crawl. Now, this one is going to emphasize the arms for stabilization, but we're not looking to do push-ups on each one. Instead, we're going to walk on all fours, making circles around our walking area. At one point, I will tell you to stop and reverse your direction, so we're not always making left turns the whole way through. All right, 1 minute on the clock, hands and feet, and just start walking around. Kind of keeping your hips up into the sky. Keep breathing. Reverse your direction. Halfway through. Uh-oh. All right, sorry about that. Cat set on the timer, so I'll make sure it was still running. Keep it going. And time. Feeling good? Looking good. Now you may notice my rest positions aren't always the same. And when we're going into these 30 seconds, it's about what feels comfortable to you in the moment. Listen to your body. It'll tell you a lot. All right. Cool. 60 seconds on. Going for core number 4, ankle touches. This one, we're going to put our feet together and twist our back so we can touch our feet. We're kind of rocking side to side here, using these muscles to curve ourselves sideways. Begin. Kind of keep your tailbone locked onto the floor and use the resistance of the ground to fight against your leans. Keep your chin back so you don't accidentally crunch your head. You're going to use your hands as support to reach out. Support your neck. Don't pull your neck. Want to keep your feet up near your bottom, into your tailbone. If your feet are extended, you'll never reach them. Time. 30 to rest. All right, we're almost there. Only on 1 remaining. In the legs. Excellent. All right, 1 minute on the clock. This one we're going to do side lunges. So we're going to put our feet elbows width apart. We're just going to dip, rise, trying to lower your hips down to that side ankle. Begin. Up and down. I'll find my toes are flared of your thigh. If you draw your heels in, drawing the knee in slightly, you'll get a better push off with the heel. This is what we're looking for. So now our weight's more on the heels as we kick off the floor. All right, and relax. Deep breath. I like to start from top down. So let's take our neck, leaning back so our chin points to the sky, and let it hang 15 seconds. Good. Rest your head in the center, tilting to one side. So bring your ear down. Switch. And let gravity do the work. Just relax and stay loose. Good. Now, for the next one, you're going to need a wall. I want you to put your hands on that wall, feet back, and lower your head beneath your shoulders more than our neck. Good. All right, grasp your hands behind, sort of lacing your fingers, and lift, kind of pushing up as high as you can. Excellent. Good. Place your feet, arms width apart, right hand over and leaning towards your left foot. Switch. Make sure you're leaning back a little bit, keeping in line with your leg, not bowing forward. Very good. Down to the center. This time we're going to let your back bend so your head can hang in the center. Just let it all dangle. Now my hands tend to touch, so to let myself go a little deeper, I kind of grab my elbows. Hang to the left. Hang to the right. Bring it on up. Standing tall, place your hands on the small of your back, fingers down, feet shoulder width. You can lean back. Continue to breathe deep. And slowly rise up. Roll the shoulders. Pump the knees. Bounce it out. And you're solid. Now, as always, if you feel like you have a little bit of tension somewhere else, feel free to stretch a little bit more. Make sure that these are relaxed. We're not looking to do isometrics, but rather comforting, slow, cool down type stretches. But I want to thank you for joining me today. Got a good sweat, and so long as you did too, you're on the right track. Set your paces, not mine, not your neighbors. Go at your own speed. Until next time. Bye-bye. Boink. Boink.